welcome back to episode 79 of G'day from the USA. I'm your host, Lady Amanda, and I thought it would be fun to have a chat about what it's really like for an Australian living and working in the USA. I'm here today, back by demand, of course, all your fans. We have Ashley. Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
Tell me more about you. Where were you born? Where are you from? Who's your BFF? All that good stuff.
Well, I was born on Eglin Air Force Base, but does not count. I was just born there as a baby in Florida.
Florida, yep.
But was 2 years old, moved to Newton, Alabama, and was there ever since up until the point where I was, about 30. And
Spring chicken.
Yeah. And then I moved to Washington State for 6 years and met my best friend, Amanda.
BFF. It is a pleasure.
Yeah. Same.
I just want you to know how amazing you are.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Well, I mean, this week we've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
Ashley works very hard, but we did do a little trip today to Enterprise. We're in Dothan currently. We did a trip to Enterprise to hang out with Ashley's cousins.
Yes.
Can we give them a shout out? What are their names?
Yes. Shout out to Raina and her husband, Isaiah.
Yes.
Rhonda and Dawson. Dawson's her boyfriend.
Fun fact, his name is actually David.
Okay.
Did you not know this?
David is, I know the name of the third brother.
Right, but no, David.
Yes.
Because when he introduced himself to me, he said David. And then when I found out the brother's name was David, I said, two Davids? And she goes, yes, that's why we call him Dawson. His last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you knew that before me.
I do love a fun fact.
Yes. Well, and David was the third cousin. And
Yes.
they all live in Birmingham, Alabama. They were visiting for Raina's birthday weekend.
Was she 37?
She turned 38.
38. So she's a year older than you.
Doesn't she look phenomenal for her age?
Oh, my God. It may be because she gets up at 3:30 a.m. and jogs every morning.
I know.
Like when I start to think to myself, it's so unfair that this person is so hot or whatever, I then think, while I'm sleeping, she's up running.
She is.
You know what I mean? So I have no excuse.
They are all about the health.
Yeah.
She gets up, he gets up, they both get up and do their own workouts, and sometimes I think he'll join her on a run, but running is her thing and like working out is his, and then she'll do her thing too.
Yeah.
She looks phenomenal.
Bomb.com.
I mean, that whole family. Now you see though, the swing gene, right?
Oh, do tell. What do you mean the swing gene?
Just the swing gene. Like,
what does this mean?
It's what we call it whenever we get a bunch of McSween cousins together.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, just look around the room. You know, you see Rhonda, you see Raina, you see David, you see me. You know, it's the swing gene.
Meaning you all look similar?
Not necessarily a similarity thing. It's just like, you know, for the most part, I believe the swing gene is just used as a...
We're all hot thing?
No, not even. We're not like that.
Oh, that's what I'm feeling that you're trying to say.
No, I'm just saying the swing gene is strong within us. Like, we're all kind of the same. We all like to get together, and it's a fun time.
Oh, I had a blast.
Right? So I'm not meaning the hotness, the this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. No. The swing gene is just very strong in the fact that, at least for the cousins,
right,
we made it a point.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we called it the swing gene.
We
made it a point that when we're all together, we have a good time. We're all like, there's no silliness. There's no awkwardness. There's no anything. We're just there to have a good time with each other.
And have a good time. We did.
We did. We had a
Yeah,
great
I
time.
enjoyed meeting everyone. I mean, I'd met Raina before, but I enjoyed meeting the sister and the brother and
yeah, I figured you would like really, really enjoy them just as much.
I did.
Yeah.
What I was a little disappointed about, only slightly because I didn't really feel like doing it, but I was intrigued by the Sweet Tea Festival.
Yes.
didn't have the energy to follow through
I
with
know, it was
going.
just down the
but
road,
I was
but-
and it didn't start till 3 p.m. anyway.
Yeah.
But I was intrigued.
It is.
Have you
maybe never. I never knew such a thing. I'm not gonna lie. I've spent almost about 0 time of my life in Enterprise.
Oh,
And it's not even that far away, but
it's like a 45 to 50 minutes, I would say.
yes, but it was still a little bit further out there from
Right.
where I was at. So it's just, I can't say I spent a lot of time in Enterprise, and I can't say that I kept up with their events either.
Right.
So this may be new. I think Raina said, 3 years ago they started it?
Yeah, I
Because
couldn't
Sophie
remember.
wanted to go 3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to keep up with the events in Enterprise.
Enterprise and
What
Open.
I am most looking forward to is the Peanut Festival.
And it's right around the corner.
Yeah. Is it October?
Yay, October.
Very, very cool.
It's gonna be right around the and like that I can so get down with. Okay, because like before you ever even get into the rides, which I'm not
I
even into.
don't even do rides. I'm not a ride goer.
So you get into the food and
I'm definitely an eater.
yeah, and the best bit is that you can all of the different high schools usually set up their own little booth and you can
Aw.
order from them. To
You
they
did
raise
give
money
me
for
one
certain
tip.
things. What's the tip?
The best corn dogs in the
corn
US
dog
of
man.
A.
The corn
Do you
dog
know, if
man.
I say to you the US of A, do you know what I'm talking about?
Of course, USA.
What does it stand for?
United States of America.
Right, because someone said to me, what is the US of A?
Was it an American?
Yes, and I literally said the United States of America.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Then I just thought,
Did you strip
maybe
away their driver's license? No. Like, it's almost like, what? Take their passport away?
I remember seeing a video, like a YouTube or whatever, and this guy was in America and interviewing people, and he's like, can you name a country beginning with U? And everyone was like, oh my God, no, Yugoslavia, whatever. And no one could think of anything. Can you?
United States.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. And I mean, obviously it was probably edited to show
Yeah, how
the
many people?
10% of people that didn't know what it was. But, you know, from the edit, it was like every time he'd ask someone, he's like, oh my God, Yugoslavia. And they were thinking about it, and they're like, no. And then he's like, USA. And they're like, oh, yeah. There's a few, he had like a whole range of questions.
It's so
and
great.
it
That's
was
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah,
was
it
good
is
to watch,
funny.
you know.
I mean, it is good fun.
I mean,
sport.
were they to do me on one of those edits, I would come across ridiculous because, as we discussed today, I am the most literal person on the planet.
Yes.
Like, you will say something and I'll be thinking literally. I can't think of any. What were you even talking about?
And I'm trying to remember what it was, but you were so literal, and I was like, wait, no, what?
Yeah.
What was it about?
I can't remember. I can't think of it. We just talked about it today. Another example is I tried a packet of chips, and this
yeah.
packet of chips said it was the New Orleans blend, and it said sweet, spicy, salty, like all this. And I was like, this sounds intriguing. Like all these chips in one packet. So anyway, I was eating them, and I'm like, oh, this must, and I was analyzing. I'm like, this must be the savory one. And then I ate another one. I'm like, oh, this still tastes like the savory one. Like I need something different. And then I was like digging around, like, oh, maybe this one will be the sweet one. And then it dawned on me, that's the blend of chips is all those things.
Yeah.
Like saying a salt and vinegar chip. Like one's not salt, one's not vinegar. It's a salt and vinegar chip.
Yes.
The second that dawned on me, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm stupid.
Oh, I think it was, now I think I remember the hot and ready pizzas. The Little Caesars hot and ready. And my son Cooper was getting a little bit on my nerves because he kept talking about pizza. But then y'all both just fell for it because you were like, wait. He's like, so a hot and ready pizza, you just go and get it and you got to, is it cooked? And I'm like, no. And then Cooper's like, well, then why would you call it hot and ready? And I was like, I don't know. And he's just like, and you're like, wait, I don't understand. It says hot and ready. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, but you said it wasn't cooked. And I'm like, yep. And then you're like, and then Cooper's like, so is it cooked? And is it hot and ready? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, but then it has to be cooked. And then I was like, yeah, it is.
This is how, is it naive or is it just literal? What is it? A learning disability? Like, what is it? What is wrong with me?
No. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think
it's
you're taking
a way
it
my
literally.
brain processes things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Someone told me, I read a joke and it was in a newspaper or something, and it was this little wagon. You know those little wagons that people take their kids around in or whatever, put plants in. Mm-hmm. And then it had Oreos for wheels and it was called the Oreo Speedwagon.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't get it.
Oh, my God.
And I literally, someone's like, it's the band. It's called.
And I'm gonna.
Right. And I was like, yeah, but I don't get it. Like, what does this mean? The
Oreo Speedwagon.
Right. Okay.
Aww.
That, like, honestly, for the life of me, I was like, and?
Now I feel like I want one. The wagon, that is.
The Oreo or the wagon. Yeah, so this is how my brain works, and it's tragic.
Oh, it's not tragic.
It's
just
unique.
Different. Yeah, it's unique. You know what? You and your brain. It's just
Special.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. You said something the other day, and I'm like thinking, what do you mean there's no street lights? I can't remember what you said, but it was something, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't even remember what the question was, and I was like, what do you mean there's no street lights, whatever? And you're like, I never even said that, but anyway, that's going down a path. Tell me your favorite thing about the week. One thing. One thing.
My favorite thing of the week is, I think it would be Cooper started back school.
Yes. And can we share how many kids are in his class? Because, I mean, in Australia, I feel like the class sizes are generally kept at around 20 to 30. Here, what would they average?
Here, an average would probably be 15 to 20, 25.
Okay. So how many are in his class?
Cooper has 2.
Including himself.
Yes. This is because they are starting up at this Christian private school that he went to as a baby. They are trying to start up a school. And so far, from what I was told, they've made it all the way up to 7th grade. And hopefully this year with some of the activities and everything like that they do, their goal is to get it all the way up to senior year. Where Cooper is zoned for here in Dothan, where I live, because I have to be within 30 minutes of the hospital getting called in. So Dothan City schools are kind of out for me. No offense. Except for the fact that Cooper's also always been in a private Christian school, and that's somewhere that I want to keep him. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to be the teacher that only had to deal with 2 kids. But let me just say this much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we thought it would be easy, but maybe not.
Well, I told Cooper though, I said, listen, with only 2 kids in the class, it's not hard.
Spotlight on you.
Yes, it's not hard for her to see you and see him. So what's happened this week is Cooper can't fall through the cracks. So he's had a pretty rough go at the beginning of the week. There's a point system. He was in the negative. He brought himself out of it the very last day. I've had like novels of emails of his attitude. I cannot be held responsible for the amount of attitude he's been giving people lately.
Yeah, it's so bizarre to me because he's such a good kid.
He's phenomenal, child.
And he's so polite. He's like, we'll be driving an hour and he's probably told us 28 times, I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
Like, he literally is just a very, very sweet, kind, caring kid that I can't even picture him talking back to a teacher or I can't even
to go back into the room.
No, it's not him. I feel like she's mixed the kids up.
Well, she has not mixed the kids up, but what I think it boiled down to is I am raising a very strong-willed child, and I'm very happy for that. I forgot to tell the child to do this when you're an adult. Until then, you listen to the adults that matter in your life and or that are teaching something in your life and or, like listen to them.
Yeah.
And she knows that his teacher, is a very, very good one. And he even says that. I said, so why would you want to make her life a little bit difficult by not listening to her? I said, she is an adult. And I think we found a breakthrough. Like his teacher was texting me on Friday saying how wonderful he had been and like a turnaround. And, but the damage had been done. So he is fully grounded this weekend because you can attest, I work way too hard.
Way too hard.
For someone to just be a little turd.
Yep, he's paying the price.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll do better next week.
He will do better next week. I think he's going to get the hang of it. And, he had kind of like a better summer than most because he started his early, he finished his summer late than most of the one. He had like a long summer because of the fact of when we moved.
Yes.
So his summer was like legit, but it's go time.
It's G-O. Moving on.
Yes.
We've lived together maybe a month now.
Yeah.
So, I feel like you've heard me talk.
Yeah.
You know my slang words.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to test you.
Okay.
Okay. So, I probably say this one quite often. Arvo. Like tomorrow, Arvo, I might go grab a doughy from the store. Yeah. Please tell me what Arvo and doughy means.
Arvo is like, you mean in like when you're going to go?
Yeah. Like what does Arvo mean?
I'll go.
What does Arvo mean though?
Like, it means avocado, I think.
Avocado?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, avocado.
No, no, it means tomorrow you'll go.
Oh,
you'll have a go. And I'm telling you what it means, but what I hear is avo, like avocado. And then doughy is a donut.
Yes, doughy is a donut. Arvo is afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to go get a doughy at the shop. Okay, like this one you have to know.
Yeah, probably.
Barbie.
Yeah, you're going to go have a barbie. You're going to go have a shrimp on a barbie.
Yes. Okay, now we went down the beach and I grabbed my bathers. What did I get?
Swimsuit.
Yes. Well, you are bloody good at this. Okay, now I say this one a lot. Like you'll say, was it good? And I'll say, bloody oath.
Yes. That
what
means
does it mean?
Really, really, really good.
Yeah, very true, very good. Let me just give you one more. So I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have some brekkie.
Breakfast.
Yes. Okay.
I am. You're doing good.
So,
that was a good segment.
You've done good. So now I'm going to give you a few words I've heard this week.
Oh.
Okay. The best, which I've probably said this a million times before, but I do enjoy it, was, I'm not trying to be ugly.
Yes.
I basically find it's a segue to be like, I'm about to bitch or backstab someone, but I'm using my beautiful southern twang to make it to soften the blow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically admitting straight up, I am now going to bitch about this person, but because I'm southern, it's fine because I've already said I'm not trying to be ugly.
Yeah.
Even though I am ugly right this minute, but I'm not trying to be.
Not trying to be, yeah.
So can you give us a rendition of how you would say it?
Yes. Okay. Just any old.
Oh, mate, any old.
Okay. Say we were just sitting on a park bench, right?
Right.
And a chick walks by and just with whatever we have to say about it. Okay, say this much. Show this.
Yeah.
Say a woman, okay, at the beach. Say there was a girl, I commend her for, having it all hang out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you are on a beach and you let it out, girl.
Yes, I I do envy the confidence of these
Yes.
instances.
And then, so what would sometimes be said, but like I said, this is just an example. I did not use this one at the beach.
You did not. I've
Okay.
never heard these words come out of her mouth.
But this would be a thing. I'm not trying to be ugly, but what is that?
What is she wearing?
What is she wearing?
And I will reiterate, we have never said this because normally it's
No.
like I'm impressed with that person's confidence.
Me
Like
too.
normally I'm like, I could never pull off that, wear it or
Yeah.
whatever. The fact that this person has that much confidence to be like, this is what I want to wear to the beach.
Oh, I know.
I'm doing it.
I am
impressed.
1,000% impressed.
But I get your point.
But that would
I'm
be
not
what
trying
you
to be
hear.
ugly, but
Yeah.
WTF are they wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to that, if you feel confident on the beach wearing whatever, you know what? I am all for it.
Yeah, no, I'm loving this.
So, but that would just be an example.
Right. Can
of
you give
something.
us one more Southern phrase to lead us out? Something very like, okay, this is what I'm picturing. And a shout out to David here because we have this scene in our heads where we almost picture we're in the movie when we're in the beautiful parts of the South and it's like, you know, I never did mind about the kindness of strangers, like that sort of thing. What would be some beautiful Southern belle phrase? That's it, a Southern belle.
Oh, gosh.
Where can I meet Southern belles? Like I would love to meet legit Southern belles that spoke like that.
Like that. You would definitely have to probably
On
go.
a Riviera somewhere.
You'd have to go to the ritzy parts.
Oh, it's Ritz.
Well, you know, parts of like say parts
South
of
Carolina.
Carolinas.
That's what I was thinking.
Parts of the Carolinas that have either their debutante balls and stuff like that,
Oh.
and country clubs and things of that sort.
Well, I never did mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you don't get that from me, okay?
Okay, so you give me an Ashleyism.
An Ashleyism,
Ashleyism.
okay? Because you know I love this one so much. Remember the shirt that I just recently bought?
I do, but I'm not
Okay.
connecting the dots of
All
what will
right.
be said.
Well, it's not just.
Uh-oh.
It says.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Connecting.
Because that is how I'm feeling on the reg.
Yes.
Or
So
whatever.
give us that.
Okay, so what I would bestow upon you is, and now this isn't for everyone, okay?
No.
My true and lovely fans, this has nothing to do with you, okay?
Right.
But I did buy this shirt, and I was like, I can't think of something more that I can relate to right now than this shirt.
Yes.
It says, Jesus loves you, and I'm trying.
Yes, I love it. And she got me one that says, this is just a chapter in your story.
Yeah, and then
I
on
really
the
like that.
yeah, what was it saying that said? Or
Yeah,
that-
something on the arm.
It said something on the arm, not
Obviously
the end of your
really
book or something
mean-
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, yeah, of course.
Ashley is the world's best gift giver.
Yes, I do pride myself on like I would
Pride.
have to be around you. Like, okay, there's like the last minute gift giving thing, but like if this was something like I pride myself on giving gifts and stuff, and if I know you really well,
Oh my God. Tailored.
yes, I tailor my gifts to
Tailored.
your very, very, very precious things in the world. Like it's a thought process. It
It's
is like
so impressive.
thank you.
I will share that I was given the most beautiful squirrel clock, squirrel tea towels, and a squirrel bag. And
Yeah.
everyone knows
Yes.
I'm obsessed with
Yes.
squirrels.
Yes.
So thank
So,
you.
You're very welcome.
Anyway, we are out of time. We're keeping it short and sweet. Final words?
I love you all, and thank you to Amanda and her followers and people that follow me because of her. I think you all are beautiful, wonderful people.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you.
No, thank you. For any questions or feedback, please reach out to us. Links in the show notes. Check out our Facebook page. Send us a voicemail, carrier pigeon, whatever. We accept everything. Rate and review us. If it's not 5 stars,
Don't even bother.
don't
we don't
bother.
want to
We
hear
don't
it.
have the energy for that today.
Yep.
And I hope everyone has just a truly wonderful week.
Yes.
Quick shout out to Let's Go, our friends in Arizona. Let's give a shout out to them. Our friends in Melbourne, Australia. Let's give a shout out to Kitty.
Hey, Kitty.
Kitty and Catherine. I know they're definitely listening.
Kitty and Catherine. I want to come to Australia, but she won't let me.
No, not right now. Anyway, love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.